clash of the Lodge partners here.
Top two, gutter straight flush draw. Is the 10 of clubs still available? We'll find out here shortly. It's dead. 6 out since we see up top. How much are you playing? Doug looking quite serious.
Things always get a little bit more serious when you flop top two, you know what I mean?
Eyeing up your opponent's stack. Thinking about the best way to proceed. Plenty of draws out here that we could charge. And that's exactly what Doug's going to do here. Going to raise his partner. Banana chips.
Banana chips, yellow chips are 1,000, folks. $1,000 each.
A lot of Brad's outs are dead, but he doesn't know that.
And he goes all in.
We'll go once for blood.
Once for blood, the man says.
Blood!
Oh, right here.
Blood!
Club.
And blood it is, as Mr. Owen has been stacked.
Once again.
Oh.
We'll just sort of tap.
So the chips are going to stay, and he's just going to ship Doug some money.
That escalated quickly.
Daddy
I mean,
Dev,
that really
thanks for the
got
$10
out of
super
hand.
chat. He says, not poker related, but what are your thoughts on the NFL playoffs yesterday? Any thoughts on the overtime rule? Not so much on the overtime rule, but let me tell you, what a weekend of football that was. Each game better than the next.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
I mean, if there was a commercial for the NFL, all they do is need to show the last, what happened the last 48 hours.
4 walk-offs in 4
Unbelievable.
games.
Unbelievable.
So, folks, little side story here. Got to brag a little. Doug up at the top here, 11.6. I was playing 5-10 earlier this afternoon. My entire table knew the lineup of the game tonight. He wrote it down, pieces of paper, coupled it up, put it in a hat, and then we had a random draw. We all anteed $100. And whichever player you got, if they win the most money on the stream tonight, you win the $900 total.
Wow.
I had Doug. I got Doug in the hat. Hope he holds here. Trying to win 900.
Judging how he came in and just told us what's about to happen, I don't like your bet.
By the way, it's great to get
We'll
you down to
see.
the lodge.
No spoilers. I did not want to hear that. I went to get some water. I'm getting a little excited here. It's early.
He just said big pots were coming, Slick
That's
Rick.
true.
He did not say he was going to lose them.
That's true.
Though maybe you have a little live read. I hear Doug does have some live tells.
They're usually wrong, though. Rick's read's not sharp.
Probably not. I need the upswing poker lessons.
That was just kind of fun. The whole table was excited about the stream tonight. We all anteed 100.
That's a good.
All got a different player, random draw.
That's fun.
So it's cool. 150 to go here from Brad. $5 super chat. Brad punting it off. It's early, folks.
3-bet from DQ here with the 8-7 of hearts.
I mean, good chance I just get it in here. So.
Brad's got him dominated, but he's going to have to play the hand.
That's the spirit.
Take advantage of that.
I'll give you some green too.
Mike, is this your first time in Austin?
Yeah, first time.
Oh,
Wow.
Thank you. It's wonderful. Anyone who hasn't been out here, I highly recommend the trip, and definitely highly recommend coming by the lodge.
It's a poker game, but really it's just
That's
like
easy to
exchange
say.
chips and
Easy.
then have balances at the end.
We're to go out to eat a little bit harder.
A lot of options.
A lot of options.
Oh boy. But you kind of can't go wrong, so in a way it's an easy decision.
Okay.
But it's a tough decision, easy to have a
We're
good
to play
result.
poker now. Snap.
That's right. Brad does peel
There's no way I win this hand.
with this ace-8 of spades. He says there's no way he's going to win this hand. Let's see if he's right.
Oh, you know, this is actually not a bad hand for not looking at your cards.
Ooh, and it comes ace-8 king. DQ got a little piece, but Brad with the real piece, top and bottom, goes check, check on the flop. Ooh, not a great turn for Brad.
Oh, he's trapping me.
Checks through again. See if Brad decides to go for a little value. He does.
That almost feels like a bluff.
Big value. Full pot size.
That's so weird. It's either the Brad trap. Oh, I gotta show them my cards.
He's going to make this call. he's bluffing.
I just think you're bluffing.
Nice one from Brad there.
He has a lot of pairs.
Gets paid off with his 3 pairs.
I know, I did too.
Nice little rebound there for Brad. He needed that one, getting touched up early here.
Boy, that 6 though.
DQ willing to donate.
Brad taking a deep breath saying, this is day 1. I'm here for 7 days. My goodness.
It could get pretty nasty if you're here for 7 days and running like he has so far.
Went to showdown E as much as a dead man. Come on, E.
Well, going to showdown, you know, if you're 0% in showdown, it's kind of nice. You want to be at the bottom of that chart. Means you're winning hands or losing hands or not.
Or just not playing hands.
Or not
yeah.
playing
That
hands.
too. But being at the bottom of this chart
Isn't
good.
necessarily
I like
bad.
that. I like that.
Twice, I think. I had twice.
The last stream we set the over/under at
In terms of VPIP, you don't want to be
successful.
bottom of the VPIP scale.
Now
Far
it's
and away.
a
That's
little embarrassing.
Indeed.
No,
Not a good way to get
and we
invited.
hit 5 in 2 hours.
We've seen stranger things.
If Doug stays at the bottom of the VPIP list like he has been the last couple times we saw that,
He'll be invited back. He can't win.
he'll be invited back, but
Shame.
don't worry, chat. I am going to give him plenty of needling, and we're going to make a little change. No more folding ace-9 off pre-flop.
Dan with the $20 super chat says, when the lodge starts having wait times and lines around the building, do original Chatsville members get seating priority?
They do.
See you at Mayhem. Dan, can't wait to see you again.
What's interesting was on that big hand that Doug won versus Brad, like he didn't even really want to play. Like there was so much action in front of him, a lot of limpers, just calling, flatting the bet. He's like, okay, you got a customer, a little crying call, and then boom, flops top 2 and stacks Brad.
Oh, viewers, yes. Good. Good. You looked at your
Innocent
hand
start
this
to
time?
that hand for sure.
No?
Didn't end so innocently.
Looking for suckers, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do know my hand.
Doug with bottom 2.
If that's fair or not. But
Gutter for DQ. Poker Traveler with those 8s. Doug's going to go for a small size. Looks like about a quarter of the pot. 550 into 2,000. DQ with a gutter and a backdoor flush draw. Don't see him folding. He doesn't. He peels. Poker Traveler's coming along as well. All 3 players going to the turn.
A lot of interested parties.
Doug boats up.
5's full.
Keep it, how much you playing down there?
I get like 3,000 bucks, 3,500 bucks.
Is Doug going to proceed here? What type of sizing will he come with? Perhaps targeting a queen. Neither opponent has a queen here.
Doug's going about 1,400.
Q's gone. Action on SETI in the 2 seat. Unlikely that Doug has a 5 UTG. Perhaps fearful of a queen SETI. I don't see him coming along, but never mind. A non-believer makes the call. Still believes in his 2 pair 8s and 5s. That's no good. Needs a miracle 1-outer here on the river. Will it come? It will not.
So Poker Traveler's going to be stuck with a bluff catcher against Doug's big bet on the river here.
I imagine here that Doug's targeting, thinks that he has a queen. Perhaps a hand like 10s, 9s, 8s.
All in.
Doug does go for the all-in overbet here. It's about 2 or 3x the pot, I believe.
Wow, Johnny MOT with the $100 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, can't wait to see what's in store the rest of the week. Thank you, Johnny.
We got a lot of great stuff in store for the rest of the week. Poker Traveler mulling it over here, facing a very, very large bet. He's got to call 12,500. There's only about 6,400 in the pot. Does he think Doug's bluffing?
How many left?
2.5, 7.4 watchers, viewers,
How many likes?
2.5K.
Likes?
That's like the most.
Yeah, but like over double.
Wow, 7,800 in the live chat, and
Oh, I don't
Doug
know.
is all in here with his boat.
Probably not.
Probably just his lady going off.
Does anyone have any access to beer here?
People in the chat speculating that Poker Traveler is worried he's up against the 7 deuce here.
Get some.
Say, what time is it? Somebody can get it. There's gotta be somebody here who has a runner.
He does think better of it and lets it go. Doug's going to have to settle for a $6,400 pot coming his way.
I thought so.
I was like, dude, only Doug would pull this one.
No, I had the
For
goods.
like a billion.
I had the goods.
Must be.
Had the goods.
Which good?
The goods.
My guess is he had 5 cents.
DQ.
When I looked at my cards, I had 3 6.
Give Johnny a shout out there, Rick.
Yes, Johnny M.O.T., Johnny Mott, a live stream legend.
Got to get him back on the stream sometime in February. Johnny, get at me. You know how to reach me. Skull Mike
Ooh.
Poker.
8,100. Just crossed a new threshold in the live chat.
Want to get to 10K tonight.
To all you new viewers, welcome.
Yes, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're here every night this week, and most weeks it's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, but this week, every single night, there'll be a stream at 8 p.m. Central Time.
What'd you folks, Eddie?
Come on
Except
down
for
here, we're gonna play a
Sunday.
friendly 2-5.
That's to be
Oh,
determined.
sorry, it was actually in
There will be a
the
stream, just don't have the exact time of that one.
All comes down to when they get down to the final table in our big 500,000 guaranteed monthly monster tournament. There are 8 starting flights for that tournament starting on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I only took
Gonna be a big one.
12 and 6 o'clock starting times. Very close to 3,000 likes, folks. So if you have not smashed that like button already, please do so. We have giveaways at the 3,500 marker and the 4K marker. So if you want free stuff, including a $600 or $700 value, just smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything.
Pretty sure that
That's right, we got an Upswing Poker annual subscription to the lab.
$699 value.
No more how to play 7.
That's
My
going to be
goodness.
given away once we hit that magical
Look at this
4,000
hand.
like number.
Jack 9 for Tony, Jack 9 for E.
And a couple straight draws.
Open ender for Mixon. Gutter balls.
Oh, yeah, we all
Yeah,
checked.
he was pretty brutal.
Yeah, no, yes.
Two guys with Jack 9 sitting next to each other. He's going to double check that he has Jack 9. He does. He's going to opt to just call. That's going to let both the straight draws peel pretty easily.
Mixon definitely not going anywhere. He's raising a couple plum chips. I think that is either 1,000 or 15. Makes it 1.5. Big Tony loving this. Imagine he's going to ship it. He does indeed ship it. A rather quick ship from Tony. This puts E in a tricky spot. Facing the raise from Mixon and a snap jam from Tony. What am I up against? Blocking the sets, Jacks and 9s. Perhaps a set of 4s, the diamond draws, open enders, all possible.
Well, I'm angry about it too. So, you probably have to have about 44%.
E waiting for a count. He doesn't love it.
Thank you, Cheryl, for the $5 super chat.
640.
I don't know E's game too well, Mike. You think he's put in the call here?
Auto windows. And then the 84
I'm not quite sure. E a solid play up. He's going. Yep, he's not folding. Didn't come here to fold.
He does stick it in.
Hoping for the best. He doesn't love it.
And mixes. Snap calls. He's going to gamble.
Mixon priced in.
Anyone pull in 4640 for the main?
He's got 7.3.
I think mixing it up is going to win this hand. I think a queen is peeling right here.
Actually, Mixon was not priced. Yeah, a lot behind there, but he wants to gamble.
It's kind of a dream spot for him to be up against 2 Jack 9s. I mean, a lot of times here as him, you're going to be up against a flush draw, maybe a set.
Right.
That stuff would be kind of disastrous, but in this case, they share each other's outs, and it's super clean. If you hit a queen or a 7, you're going to scoop the whole
A lot
thing.
of equity all around here. 20K pot.
Backdoor diamonds, too, for mixing it up.
You can see Mixes actually has the most equity here, 36%.
Wow.
That's primarily driven because the other guys are more than likely going to chop it, but it's still interesting to see.
I think Queen's coming right here.
Slick Rick with the call. Oh, it's
Or
the 7.
Either way.
Mixon gets there.
Mixon.
No waiting. The Pitmaster General.
I just had a feeling he needed to pay for all the brisket he brought. Do you know how expensive that stuff is?
How about same time next week? He's going to have to make it again if he's going to run this good. Look at him. He shakes his magic 8-ball. He says, all signs point to yes.
Shout out to Sarah Mick at home.
Ship all the chips over there to the 5 seeds. My goodness gracious.
Pay that man his money.
I just had a feeling Mixon was going to bink that. I thought the Queen was coming, but the 7 worked
7
just
as good. Right there on the turn. Bink one time, Max Payne. And looks like E and Tony are going for the reload.
Okay, I'll reload it.
So we were going to wave goodbye to Iris and say hello to Damon the Tatted One, the hot dog eating wonder.
There you go, there you go.
Doug Polk up 15,000. Mixing it up, courtesy of that last hand, up 14,700. Scotland 7,700. Poker Traveler up 4,900. Everyone else is losing. Throwing the party right now, Brad Owen.
This game is fire, Rick. The gloves are off.
Well,
You're right in the thick of it.
He wasn't up there, so because he was still buying chips. So
No, he still has some behind. It showed him that he was down about 9K.
okay, one person wasn't up there. But
Tony. Because Tony was completely felt.
Okay.
Come on, Rick. You know this. You know these things. A lot going on. 8,200 in the chat. We thank you. Free giveaways going on at 3,500 likes and 4,000 likes.
You actually have the best equity there. Pretty incredible. Well, I don't know by far. You still have no straight.
It feels like that far. Let me have that.
Okay.
Perhaps.
It was just the
Might
casual.
be one of the biggest pots Mixon's ever won in the cash game there. Close to 20K. Does have some cash game experience, but I don't know how many 20Ks Mixon has scooped before.
Wow. You have to wonder how big the 100 turn is going to play. You just have to wonder.
Well, it depends. It depends on which players you get. You have to get the right players.
Lost Rick in the chat.
No, I'm just looking.
Drowned in the chat. Look at these towers that Mixon is building here. You see these towers?
They're beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Might need a permit for all those chips.
Pays for a lot of briskets.
I don't know if that's street legal.
Yeah, because I know that I was supposed to be the
3,200 likes. When we get to 4,000, folks, we're going to triple overtime.
Yes.
And a giveaway.
You're damn right.
So we're at 3,200 likes. Your choice. Do you want to give away? I wonder when Mike Brady, who just left the bunker for a minute, when he's going to give away the upswing poker. Is that at 4,000?
4,000 likes, right?
Okay, 4,000 likes, the upswing poker. Good choice there, Mike Brady. Those things are very delicious. Here at the lodge, we have free soft drinks.
It's honestly a beautiful sight. A huge fridge of just all the soft drinks you could possibly think of. Maybe that's a slight exaggeration, but a lot of soft drinks.
A lot.
What about favorite soda in the chat? Any Mountain Dew fans? Let me see the. Throw it up in the air.
Biasing the chat a little bit.
Yeah, Skull does that.
I mean, if you don't like Mountain Dew, if Mountain Dew is not your favorite soda, you probably have a small issue with your life.
E with the weapons of mass destruction.
First time we've seen the bullets tonight.
Please have some.
I'm not sure. He asked how much money's on the table. I don't know. Oh, me?
The $50 straddle is on here, so he raises to 150.
whatever that comes into play. I would say about 120.
Some big red fans.
Aces.
Surge.
Big Red, I'm not even familiar with that soda.
It's a Texas kind of thing. They eat it a lot with barbecue.
What's it taste like?
It's not very good. It's red, but it doesn't taste like
Leaves your
red.
tongue red for about 3 days as well.
Would you compare it to any other sodas?
So I might as well stick out the
No? Yeah, they're both shaking their head. Seems like no. I'm gonna just take your word for it and not
I haven't
try
had
the Big Red.
I haven't had Big Red in a while. But when I do, it's Mountain Dew.
Jack
Shout out to
9-7.
Mountain Dew. You want to sponsor the stream, get at me.
E with the
What he's saying is
aces.
you need to get a place down there.
One card.
DQ's going to come along.
Only just one card.
He's going to come along to try and chase an 8-ball.
Only on the one
Forget coming along. How's about raising the 450?
I don't want to.
I don't know if he's looked at both cards he's saying.
He's loving life here, going absolutely nowhere with the bullets. Not fearful of any sets here. Rainbow board. Not fearful of the 8-10. It's capable. Anything's capable with DQ's range, but
E does have chips behind, by the way. He's just waiting for them.
yes, I believe he has. Yeah, he says 10K behind here.
If you were to count the chips in front of him, he's under 100, but he's got a lot on the way.
Another jack.
That could be a little scary for E, and DQ is reaching. He's going to challenge E here.
Yeah.
Ooh, but not so much. It looks like a pretty small bet.
E going nowhere. Perhaps against another opponent, E might think twice about it. E was in a tough spot on a previous stream last week where he had aces and was no good. Really wanted to fold, but couldn't get away. This time he's good, and he makes the call.
I think honestly,
Moose Duty says Big Red tastes like melted red licorice. Perfect. Thank you for that.
Shout out to Moose Duty.
Exactly what I wanted to know.
places in Ohio.
That's a pretty good
makes sense.
description.
Chicago
We're
has
going to the river with 2,500 bones in the pot here.
Don't remember the last time I ever had Big Red.
Yeah. That one's
Another 7, so not really a card that E wanted to see. If DQ didn't have the jack, he could definitely have the 7. Instead, he's got 10 high, E with 2 pair aces and jacks. DQ's gonna have to go massive here if he wants E to fold. Action on him, I believe, or did he check it on over?
He looks like he did wave the white flag with a check. E goes for a nice little, roughly half-pot bet. Try to get a crying call out of DQ, but he's got 10 highs.
Good on E going there for value, not wanting to just snap check behind there. Board got a little bit scary, but still pulling the trigger, going for 1100 there on the river.
Yeah, kind of recognizing the fact that DQ's pretty unlikely to check raise, bet the turn, and then out of nowhere check with something like a jack or a straight.
Absolutely.
So tomorrow we're going to try to set a world record meetup game. It's all going to start in the afternoon. You want your chance to play with Brad, Andrew, or Doug. They'll all be shifting tables, just going from table to table, maybe every hour or so. We're expecting a huge turnout with the number of people on the wait list already.
I think it's already around 150 on that wait list.
Unbelievable. And we'll have 75 dealers. Joe S., who's celebrating his birthday tonight, said they're going to have up to 75 dealers. So don't worry about waiting to play tomorrow. Just get here and start playing. Because remember, tomorrow night is the world famous Tuesday night free roll, which already packs the place. Crazy day tomorrow. And of course, we'll have a live stream.
Shout out to Sarah Mick if she's watching. I'm sure she is. Her man doing very, very well tonight at the 5 seat. But the night is still young for us.
Thanks, James, for the super chat.
A little bit of action here. Tony limps under the gun with the 3s. Andrew raises with the king-10. Doug calls on the button. And then everyone else that you can see there on your screen calls. The toppest of pairs for Nemi. Middle pair and a gutter for Doug.
Backdoor diamonds. Pair of 3s for Tony. DQ with the worst of it. Checks his option. All the way around back to Andrew. Top pair. Going for some value here on the flop.
Ricardo Gonzalez wants to know when the meetup game starts tomorrow. I think games will start running as early as, what do you guys think, 10 a.m., 9 even?
Yes.
But the game officially starts at 4, but there'll be plenty of games before then, so come on down whenever you want. Andrew does put in a continuation bet with his king-10. Doug makes a quick call, and they're going to go heads up. Ooh, and a good card for Doug. He's going to make a straight. Expect to see Andrew slow down here. He does with a check. He's got a gutter of his own now.
Type of size do we like here? About 1/3 pot. Doug likes to go a little bit bigger. Pot at 2K. I like about 700.
Question from the chat: who's your favorite poker player of all time, Slick Rick?
Goes for 700.
Think about it for a second if you need to.
Honestly, I've always liked Phil Ivey. That's just,
I like Antonius a lot.
and I also like Antonius Fondieri. Just his attitude about the game.
My favorite tournament poker player would be Ali Msirovic as well. He's just a killer.
You know, he was the second Upswing member ever, Ali Msirovic. The second one. Wild stuff.
Started early. What year was that?
That was back in 2016. He was playing 5 NL back then. That's 2 cent, 5 cent is what he was playing.
So let me ask you something, Mike Brady, about an upswing course. Somebody takes it online. What can they expect?
I just don't want to short the
Will they be getting live instruction? Will it be
I'd rather
online?
put it out
Will it be
second time and just
a course that they follow online? Tell us about that.
It's a video course. All of our courses are video courses that you take at your own pace. So they range in length, but our more advanced courses are about 30 hours long. So, you know, if you watch 5 hours a week, you can have it done in a month and a half or so. And then the Upswing Lab, as I mentioned earlier, and that's what we're going to be giving away later, is a weekly updated course. We add a new lesson every month and a new play and explain video is what we call them every week. Ton of stuff to learn in there. You kind of just pick and choose what topics you're interested in, whether it's heads up or tournaments or cash games. Kind of just check out whatever you want, learn from the videos, and then ask questions in our communities and get answers from fellow members and from coaches.
Because in 35 years of playing poker, Mike, I've tried everything but practicing lessons. So I'm contemplating doing this, finally, after 35 years, and maybe taking a lesson.
I'd be happy to hook you up,
All right.
Rick, so let me know.
I thought you were taking lessons from TN.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, DQ not all in here. You can see he has a decent amount more in his stack. His stack was a little bit short on our graphics, but he's got several thousand behind. So just put that out of your mind for a second.
Well, he has really well done ones.
Doug admiring the tats of Damon.
In very good shape. And
And DQ's got about $5 grand here, so we're just gonna take a quick break to update the graphics here.
yeah.
500, 2,500, 4,500.
Look at that. This is some incredible artwork. Look at this lady with
2,000, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5,
Oh, about 7,000.
7.
I think you have the coolest sleeves.
So now back to the hand here. DQ with middle pair and the king of clubs. 2 running clubs would give him the nut flush. And then Brad's got that top pair.
How many years did it take, brother, to do all that?
Doug just goes to Damon. I think you have the coolest sleeves I've ever seen in my entire life.
They are very nice, and I like this top-down view of his sleeves that we get. This is great. I don't know if you guys picked this dealer to deal the stream game for this reason, but it's very artistic, and I'm a big fan.
Rick, tell Mike the story.
Damon the Tatted and the Hot Dog Eating Wonder. The reason why we call him that, number one, it's tatted all the way on the sleeves. But the Hot Dog Eating Wonder, in 2012 or 13, he competed on stage at the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest against Kobayashi and Joey Chestnut.
Wow.
Did not win,
Tough to do.
but yes, but ate about 35 hot dogs that day.
Impressive stuff. As Scotland turns 2 pair here. Faces a second bet from Brad. Which I could be mistaken. Did a flop bet go in here?
Okay. Someone with a small
I believe so.
Okay, so second bet from Brad indeed. Scotland does put in the check raise. Brad with a quick call. That surprises me a little bit. Thought he'd at least think about it. It's not a great hand facing a raise. Ooh, and that's a good card for Brad. Counterfeit Scotland. And now we have an interesting river. Both players have a hand that could win at showdown. In this case, they're gonna tie. But there could be some bluff potential. Scotland is going to go for a bet. Quick call from Brad. Chopskis.
Brad fortunate on that run out.
Brad not in a folding mood. I think it might have something to do with being in for his 3rd bullet right now, but
Can't get unstuck unless you put chips in the middle.
that's right.
You did get lucky. That would have been a hell
it
of a
really
lot
depends
more
on
than
how you
bare
wanna look
feet
at
under
it.
the table. Because I didn't pay.
Slick Rick, Skull Mike, and Mike Brady in the bunker. Mike is going to be joining the bunker throughout the week at different times. And glad to have you. Got a great voice. You've done this before?
A little bit. Doug, when Doug faced Dan Legrano in his big 100, 200 heads-up challenge, was it 200, 400? 200, 400 heads-up challenge. We needed a commentator to kind of carry the or take the reins for all the streams. That was 3 nights a week, and they played for